Coming to you from the Black Swan Media Studios, this is Fireside Chats, talking to the real difference makers in the world. Now, here is your host, John Crump.
Welcome. My name is John Crump. I am the Virginia Director of Gun Owners of America. I'm also an investigative journalist with MLN News, where every part of the ATF, FBI, and all the other agencies and organizations want to violate your God-given and constitutionally protected rights. Before we get started here, I just want to do one thing. Bacon says, I have arrived. Did it just get dark in here? How are you doing, everyone out there? Is he shooting Rich? Flying Rich, sorry. Shooting Rich, whatever the hell. You gotta shoot the damn AK. He's freaking stalling on that underwater. The goddamn Bacon's out there. Who is my guest today? Shooting Galley, New England, Zach Carr. And Thankus and Imka Joe is out there. Which reminds me, I'm going to an Appalachian gun runner. I'm going to Monkey Joe's this weekend for my son's 8th birthday. So let me first say that we are brought to you by the wonderful people at Tusk. It's not a pump and dump.
Proudly sponsored by TUSC, the only cryptocurrency designed with the firearms market in mind, with 3-second processing times. It's the fastest cryptocurrency on the planet. With lower transaction fees than traditional credit cards. It's perfect for your e-commerce needs. For gun guys, by gun guys. Visit TUSC.network for more information and join the digital revolution.
And we are brought to you by Black Swan Tactical. Black Swan Tactical is where you can get your pre-order of the FFOA patches, which are done. They're being shipped. Once I get them in my hands, I'll be shipping them out. So they're going to be going out a lot sooner than what the pre-order says. We only had 39 of each one left. So if you want to get one, head over to blackswantactical.com and grab one. We'll show it in a little bit.
Black Swan Tactical, your number one source for 2A streetwear. With shirts, mugs, hats, patches, flags, and more. There's always something to help you rep the 2A community. All proceeds go back into our projects. Viewers and listeners can take an additional 10% off with code CRUMPY. Unapologetically pro-gun, pro-liberty, and pro-freedom gear for the front lines of the culture war.
Unapologetically pro-gun, pro-liberty, and pro-freedom. What more can you ask? I have a Patreon, patreon.com/John Crump. And we have a new benefit to our Patreon or our channel members. All you have to do is become a channel member, hit that join button. Check this out. We got a little scroll that we're going to play at the end of every live stream. I want to show it to you guys right now. You guys are the first to see it. Bacon and Flying Rich, who are backstage, they haven't even seen it. So we're going to see this right now. Take a look. So if you want to get it on that scroll, you can hit that join button. You can go to patreon.com/John Crump and you can support my projects. Okay, here we go. First, let me introduce to you, out of parts unknown, he weighs 375 pounds. His name is Flying Rich. And his opponent in the other corner, Wayne, 270 pounds, out of Death Valley, California. The goddamn bacon. What's up, man?
Well, I guess you could call Ingo a Death Valley.
Yeah, Death Valley sounds better.
You know what? As somebody who's actually visited Death Valley, it's actually a nice place, comparatively speaking. A little hot, if I remember correctly, even
Yeah.
in November.
It's like the hottest place on the planet. So
One
Yes,
of
let's
it is.
let's go. Hey,
'Cause
Rich.
It's like 1,000 feet below sea level.
Yeah, it is.
Not that far. I think it's about 200 or so. That's like the Badlands part of it, or the Salt Lake area, whatever the hell it's called. I forget.
All right,
Visited a long time with Hot Russian X.
we have freaking like Optic Planet. We're not sponsored by Optic Planet, even though every freaking guest I have is wearing an Optic Planet hat. But we are joined by Flying Rich, who is always repping Brown Elves
Well-
for some reason. We don't get money from Brown Elves either. We're advertising.
Hang on. I'll tell you what.
Check this
I'll
out.
switch it up real quick. Hang
I'm a
on.
BOP member. Hold on.
And check this out. So I guess we are also representing the Daily Gun Show too. We're not getting any money from any of these people.
Hold on. Do I have a Tusk hat? I don't know.
I know there's
Brown
a little
Elves hat,
echo.
Primary
Little
Arms
bit.
hat, Tipman hat, Accufire hat, USCCA hat, Accufire
Okay. How's this one?
hat, American Tactical.
Primary Arms. Where do you get all these hats from?
Wait, do I have to
a
wear
very-
a Primary Arms hat?
A very generous person out there who had to mail something to me like twice because even though the post office knows damn well who I am, like they somehow effed that up, and they had to ship it twice. And I came back home one day finally to hang on, it's right here. A box that looks like this. Does that look familiar to anybody here?
Yeah,
I
I like
was
shipping
like-
it out and like all my old Marvel Collector Core boxes.
I came home and was like, what is this? And there's like all this freaking like a million stickers, and I don't even know what I'm going to do with all of them. But I'm sure gonna find a reason to do something with all of them, including a Keltec sticker. I don't know how you know I was a fan of Keltec, but okay,
Oh, wait.
We
that
Well,
could-
was a standout.
I'm doing
DLD.
R&D on the Keltec P200, in case you're wondering.
All right,
The DLD wants to know where he can get his blue Kim Light hat. We can design it and have it up in a matter of hours.
And Black Swan Tactical.
Yeah, man. So Bacon.
well, it'd have to be the one that like it's the Kim light, but it's like the bald eagle carrying it in one of his claws or something.
Yeah, we can do that.
Wait, well, I got a hat with Velcro. If we get a patch, and if Zach Carr makes it blue and glow in the dark, that would be exceptionally cool.
That car is calling you gosh dang pig strips.
That's better than calling me turkey bacon, as another podcaster who happens to be from what is it, the religion of peace or whatever. That's what he calls me because apparently I'm haram in his eyes. There, just saying.
So, do you have bacon every day for breakfast?
Yeah. Honestly, I only eat at night to be honest with you.
All right.
Bacon or just eating in general?
Just in general.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Let
Let me show you something.
Ah, wait. Is it okay? Is it safe?
Check that out. It's done.
Cool. All right. Is that your
What am
hand
I looking
or is
at?
that Zach's hand?
That is Zach's business partner's hand.
I don't know why that just sounds wrong.
I don't know. So let's get into this. How'd you get the name Bacon?
Long story.
Because you didn't like cooking?
Long story short, I'm from LA, and I'll play into this in a bit. I went through my own little mental, and basically, I'm not the person that I was born. The personality you're looking at is about 13, 14 years old. Didn't want to be over the hell I was before, and I had joined this big party biking scene. Pedal biking, not motor biking. Trust me, a lot more fun than it sounds. anyways, a lot of them had their own kind of handles. I always had this thing about like bacon because of Epic Mealtime. If any of you guys remember who they are.
Yeah, I remember
And
them. They used to eat all the crazy stuff.
yeah, now I think I think they still do things here. Oh shit. I forgot to hit the like button. Hey, I'm used to doing this in the chat. Every the 40 or the 4 other people who are watching this, hit the like button. Anyways, I still remember, I think it was a family ride or something. FMLY, that's what it was called. Somebody just yelled out, "Hey, bacon." I just looked over and I was like, it's stuck from there. Then there was a night I got the damn scars. It was I started, it was on the B-side Mosey. We met up with another kind of a partner ride called the West Side Mosey. Both of these rides had about like 150 people, and they were picking up people along the way. End up in this big lot in the middle of Inglewood. Build this was it the Antelopes? They're known for 2 things: freak bikes, which are like bikes that are like welded on top of other bikes, basically.
That's like in Minnesota. That's a Minneapolis type thing you see all the time there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. It's not just an LA thing. Cool. They're known for that, like just basically just engineering just random bikes and setting things on fire. So they built this like 12-foot diameter bonfire, and they put fences over it so people could run over it. Now, I was not the only casualty of that night. I wasn't even the only bike casualty of that night. One of my good friends at the time, he was on like a 3-story freak bike, and he kind of went down, but he went down outside of the flames. That's kind of as a spoiler alert. So I'm kind of biking around. I was like, I'm gonna bike over this. I didn't even see him do his own thing earlier, so I'm thinking I'm novel at this. I'm looking over, and they didn't exactly weld these fences together or anything for structural integrity, as you would imagine. So I'm looking for the overlap. I find the overlap, I go for it, and it turns out, yeah, something like that, exactly. Trust me, and if I can get my damn old desktop booted up, I have a whole bunch of pictures from that. Apparently, those are lost forever because I can't get it booted up. Like, I'd have a lot of those. Anyways, the fences, I'm thinking they're more like this. So I'd be biking up this side. They're more like this. So by the time I got to here, it went like that. And so I'm going like, okay, I'm almost over. And then like, why am I staring at flames? So I try to bunny hop to the other side to try to pull out of it. Again, I forget what pulling out feels like anymore. And I get just far enough that my front tire hits the lip of the other fence, and I just stop dead. And I have enough time to think, oh, and before the shit part hits, like, I'm tipping to the left, that'd be to the right here, apparently. And I'm in the flames, and literally, that's what I remember. And the next memory I have, I'm about 5 feet away, running back in to get my bike. And from somebody else who was also a witness there, and there were a lot of witnesses, there was like, we saw you go in, and then the next second, you're way the hell over here, going back in to get your bike. And it stops the entire party. Like, literally, like, everybody is stopped. We're talking like 300-400 people, and they're all looking at me. I'm like, dude, you need to go to the... Well, yeah. Well, not only did I fall into flames, I don't know if you can't barely see them anymore unless you're actually looking for them. But at the time, I was like, literally just like tiger starts, like all over this arm. Which, yeah, since they were literally seconds old, like, okay, they kind of stand out. Like, yeah, sure, you don't need to go to the hospital. I'm thinking, that's a bad idea. That's going to draw the police here. And by the way, we have a giant bonfire in the middle of a metropolitan area, and that's already a bad idea. You know, Funny thing is that it never hurt or anything. Like I even was slapping it like to
Because it's probably 3rd-degree burns. 3rd-degree burns don't hurt.
They were 3rd-degree burns actually. Yeah, they were like the most shallow 3rd-degree burns ever. Like literally, there was charred skin like right on the outside of where the actual scars were. Finally, they convinced me to we'll at least go to the fire station because the fire station they have EMTs there. They don't ask as many questions or anything, and they had somebody escort me there, just to make sure I'll make it there. I was fine. It was
Besides
all
the 3rd-degree burns.
It's just a flesh wound. Literally, just a flesh wound. So I go there, get it wrapped
Monty
up.
Python.
There's more to that. I decided to try to go back over the damn thing again. End up getting a nail stuck in my damn shoe and got 3 holes put in my foot before I can get it out. That's when the cops decided to show up. I finally decide, okay, I've had enough. I'm out of here. Take the hell off. Wake up in the morning and I'm looking at like, why is my arm wrapped up? So I go in the bathroom. I cut it off. I'm like, oh, well, that looks kind of cool. Take a picture and put it on Facebook. This is back when I was actually allowed on Facebook, and I was still in a lot of the groups that were on there at the time. I don't know if there are anymore. And then everybody's just like, I still remember what I think it was Active, who was the leader of the mom. I was like, and you're smiling? And I remember even what's her name, Hot Russian X, because she followed me on Facebook at the time. This was before we actually met. It was like
Hot Russian
I remember
X?
her Oh yeah.
Who the hell is Hot Russian X?
She's my ex. She was the one.
Dude, you have some weird stories, man.
Well, her comment was, "Well, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger." And she was responding, I think, my instructor's daughter, who was like, "Why the hell do you think this is something to celebrate?" And that was her commentary. Was like, "Okay,
interesting."
Well,
so you had a
hot
Russian. So you had a Hot Russian X.
Yeah.
Was she from like Russia, or just Russian?
Yekaterinburg. That's where she was from.
No. Okay.
It's sort of a big city. It's not Moscow and it's not St. Petersburg, even though I think she has family in both. But it's not like it's not like one of the little rundown towns where you have to go to a library to get on the internet.
Well, do you know John Sicilian wife looks Northern Italian?
What is Northern Italian?
Austria.
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
Okay. I would not protest over that.
Yeah, Rich got to watch her a little bit of her parents' wedding in Italy.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
In Sicily.
Videotape, that is, not time machine. Videotape.
No, I don't have a time machine. Yeah, Crump has a hot Italian wife. Yes, I do.
Nice.
I ain't gonna deny that. Yeah. So Bacon. So you dated this hot Russian chick, but I do have one question for you. Is Inglewood up to no good? You know what that is from?
I don't remember. Funny enough, I don't remember. I know the phrase very well because I used to get asked that all the time. Oh, is it Dr. Dre? Okay.
Yeah, Inglewood,
I forget. It's been a long time since I fucking thought of this shit. I just remember the references. That's all. My God. I still remember. I think this was way back when. 2011, 2012, something like that. It was the second most dangerous city in California outside of Vallejo. And Inglewood, in case you don't know, it's only 9 square miles. It's not a big city. So how it's more dangerous than most of the other goddamn places is anyone's fucking guess.
Interesting. I got offered a job today in LA.
I wouldn't take it.
I ain't taking it. What the hell? I ain't got to California. Like 90% of the stuff I own is like freaking illegal in California.
Thank you, Dark, by the way. I'm the one that got away.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix my camera here. Yeah. You know, Dark is my neighbor.
Yeah, both of y'all live over in the East Coast, where I'm still trying to figure out how Dark
Yeah,
does what
and
he
and I'm
does.
kind of mad at both you and Dark because when I drove by at 4 a.m., you guys didn't want to meet up. So
I told you. I told you I wasn't going to meet up with your ass at 4 o'clock. And I mean, dude, you're lucky I hung out with you on 4th of July.
Well, if you're
hold
meeting
on.
up with somebody at at 4 in the morning, then you know. Oh Jesus, what do we got going here?
Yeah, somebody wanted to see a shirt. There you go.
I'm not sure what's going on with that shirt, but I can't look away.
that's the I Love AP5. So it's the Century Arms version of the MP5.
Oh, okay.
Which remarkably, I was at the table shooting their guns and didn't pick that up and shoot it.
You
I have
got the
no
shirt
idea
and
why.
you didn't shoot the gun. Okay.
Shirt was in the bag. That was one of the swag items I didn't have to get. It was handed to me.
Okay. Dark
I like
Mavis.
how a million of Dark's comments are starting to get. I'm actually hell. This is one thing that's weird. Like, so I'm a mod on a lot of shows, and I'm still not sure why I'm a mod here, but it's probably a good thing because one of the things you actually can do as a mod is like Google or YouTube or wherever it is, they'll hide a bunch of comments, and at least you can go in and actually like basically rescue the damn comments. Dark, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but it's like they do not like you. I think he was talking about California or everything being illegal there.
No, he's saying 100% of my shit is illegal in California. You're a mod here because you wanted to share a link one time.
Oh, okay.
You can't
I appreciate it.
2AEDU
Hey, at least I can
out
make
there.
myself.
2AEDU is the man.
I like his streams, man. He's
Hell
got good
yeah.
stuff.
I was one of his first 30 subscribers. I think I was number 36.
How'd you find him, Rich?
It was funny because Hank posted a video where he had like an inflatable glove on his head and he was making like he was Hank. He's like, click that like, share, and subscribe button. I'm Hank Strange.
Interesting.
Give me a second.
What are you doing?
Well, that's when you pick your nose. You turn off your camera when you pick your nose, when you're minding a nose nugget.
I was seeing some glare or something on my end, so I tried to polish the lens off a bit.
The glare's coming from your back window.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Well, that actually, let me see if I can help that.
It's
okay,
right,
that's not going to help. Never mind.
It's right over your shoulder. That's where the glare's coming from.
There we go. I'm gonna do what all the POAs or red pillars or whatever, like they talk about like those green lines or something in holding frame, whatever. I'm gonna do exactly the opposite of what they're saying and just do this. There we go.
What are you talking about, man?
You don't. You know what? You don't want to know.
I don't want to know. Yeah, probably not. I know my friend, talking about Red Pill, one of my friends, he got kicked off Facebook because they said he was a QAnon a conspiracy theorist. And the thing is, he's not political at all. He doesn't post anything political. And
I believe it.
And he's like, I don't even know what QAnon is. He's like, I better look it up. He's like, I better look up what QAnon is. So I want to know what I'm a member of. But he's like, he's never posted like a political thing ever. I have no idea why he got kicked off and he like couldn't a bill or anything.
You said this was Facebook?
Yeah.
Well,
freaking random.
I haven't been allowed on Facebook since 2016, 2017. I forget. Last time I tried to make an account, and within 24 hours, they kicked me off. And only way they were going to let me back on is if I would upload like my social security number, like my social security card or driver's license, utility bills, all this other crap. So
they know where tell the SWAT team to go?
I just told a story about that last night. That SWAT team called here. So
oh yeah, you've been swatted?
I've literally been call that. Usually I do it on accident. Like I'll hit somebody's comment the wrong way. But yeah, I've literally been swatted. It ended well. Well, about as well as that could end. Long story short, I had what was called the incident, and since
Whenever
the old
you
place
have
that
a
I
name
used to
for it,
live at.
whenever you have a name for something, it's usually not good.
Hey, it's a good story now. It wasn't good then. And this happened at the old place, so that should tell you what you need to know.
With the Russian
Long
check?
story short, this is long after her. This is after her and after Bola Chaos, which was the Muckleshoot native chick, who also caused a lot of issues with the downstairs neighbors because she just happened to be a loud person. For the reasons you would think she's a loud person.
Interesting.
Hey, look, you know what? You start getting complaints from the downstairs neighbors because apparently, the screaming, the building shaking, and the bedroom sounds are too much. Okay.
Wow.
Well,
yeah.
that starts telling me a little bit more about, your life than it does about mine. I'm just saying.
Okay.
And the fact that the landlord has to get involved with this. Because now you're telling them because we're in fucking middle school. Anyways, we had a whole freaking incident at that place. And SWAT had been called to this property. This is Auburn PD, by the way. Yes, Auburn has a SWAT team. Look up
everyone
Auburn,
has
Washington.
a damn SWAT team now.
So does the post office.
Really?
So does the IRS.
Yeah,
So does
IRS,
the
I can believe
MPAA. Smash Time. Everyone, shout out to Smash Time.
Is that somebody in the channel?
Is he? I don't see.
Oh, Sub Smash Time.
No, 2AEDU asked me to
okay.
ask you to give him a shout out.
So Smash Time, actually, who is it? Chaotic Canine posted that he liked the peanut butter and mayo sandwich that Smash Time talked about when I was on the show.
Oh my god. Oh,
Peanut butter and mayo.
I hate mayo.
Yeah.
I hate peanut butter. Ugh.
So, being that I don't have bread in the house, I haven't tried that out yet because my wife's like a food Nazi, which is rough because she's Jewish.
God.
So, I got a question. Did you what was it? Was a story Coleon Noir? Somebody, I think Coleon did a story about people in a hotel room had. No, that was somebody else. That was the guy that got caught with the Lego model of the Capitol building. He had 3 guns at his house. I was like, oh my gosh, that's a cache of weapons.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Didn't they get confiscated?
Yeah, they confiscated his cache of weapons. I mean, they would need a dump truck at my house, and at John's house, they need a tractor trailer. I'm guessing.
All right, this is
well. If you ask Sierra's Firearms, he might come back and the AFT might actually show up with an oversized trailer and take his entire damn house. Who knows?
Like the fireworks.
The whole damn house.
All right, here we go. Tonight at 10:30, Swamp Dog Armory is going to be on Dark Light Discussions, and at 9 p.m., 2ADU is going to be on Smash Time.
Cool.
Okay, I need to look these up.
Dark Light Discussions.
No, I know Dark. I'm not sure who Smash Time is.
I think you found me through Dark, didn't you?
Yeah, I found you through Dark.
I found you through Light.
Smash Time Productions. Okay, it pops right up.
Yeah, good guy. He's been on the show.
64.7 subscribers. Damn, there we go. All right, cool.
Yeah, he's been on our show.
Yeah, he's never coming back because of the stories he told John.
Well, they started asking me about my firefighter.
No, nobody asked you about that. Nobody asked you.
Oh no.
There's video. Nobody asked.
No, I used to be a firefighter.
Really?
Yeah, you want to hear some stories?
No.
Sure.
No.
No, I know Rich doesn't want to hear them. Yeah, we just talk about like a guy that was in a car for 2 weeks.
He was in a car for 2 weeks.
during the summertime with the windows rolled up.
Were they alive?
No.
Oh, so yeah, we're talking about
Hazmat.
the worst kind of crock potting ever.
Yep. All right. Let's talk about something else, though.
Worse than a Dutch oven.
I want to get your opinions on these since these are guns. But before I get on that, how'd you get into gun? Or are you not into guns? You're just into dark stuff.
Oh, all I gotta say is wait. 280 says Smash Time pays more than Crump. Smash Time didn't give me anything to be on his show, so I'm.
Oh god!
I gotta talk.
Apparently, I hit the wrong Smash Time according to Space Texan. So put the right one in the chat since you're a mod here.
So
Space.
I'm gonna doc Smash Time. Here's his business card. Oh, I hit the rest. Oh.
Let's dox Rich. Let me put an address out there.
Yeah, put my New York address up.
I will.
I forgot you had a place in New York. That's right. Weren't you just visiting up there recently?
Yeah, I was in the Northern Command for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I was in the Northern Bunker. He was in the Northern Command, so we met up.
All right.
Leviathan group.
That looks like what I had looked up, actually.
So,
actually, no, it isn't. No, okay, no, okay, so Space is right.
It's Smash_time. Let's see.
So, are you into guns, Bacon?
I am, and some of the shit that I had to be into, some of the shit that I was in, I had to be. I'm not so much now. The reason I know about you and Dark and all that stuff, I think, is through I heard about Dark through CRS Firearms. I heard about you from Dark, obviously.
Yeah, I know CRS.
Yeah, and the reason I know about
Florida.
Oh yeah, I hear he's having a real fucking time right now. Here's another Smash Time, which is in all caps, and it's 12,500 subscribers. I tried typing in Smash. All right, I'll have to find it later, I guess. Oh, hang on.
Just the torso. Like one of them, just the torso, since it's 12.5 subscribers. Never mind, it's a bad joke.
Cypress Cars and Coffee. All right. Okay. We subscribe never. Before I heard about Sierra, the reason I heard about Sierra's Firearms was just how I heard about all of you guys was through the Safety Dog podcast. That's David Perodin. Apparently, both of those people live in Wisconsin, so they know each other. And he had, Safety Dog had CRS on right around the time like all the ammo started going through the roof. And it was either through the roof or it was off the shelves and all this other stuff. And we were talking about all of that. So that's how I found him. I think the night that he had Dark on, he got up to 100,000 subscribers, and then Dark got himself to 1,000. He was getting himself monetized. That's when I found him. I found Dark, subscribed to him, and then I think he was talking about you at one point, and I think you had showed up in the chat.
Yeah, I'm more known for being a writer.
All right.
Hey, Rich, guess who made that?
Jesus Christ.
I'm guessing it's Zach Carr.
Yeah.
To answer your question, of course, I'm into guns as much as the average person that actually likes being American. It's just not something I really talk about all that much. I find it's too easy a subject. I come from a fighting background, and so what's one of the number one rules about fighting, there, guys?
Watch your back.
Okay, there's that. Crashing, Rich.
Being able to take a hit. That's a.
There's that.
Protect your. Coming from jiu-jitsu, it's protect your neck. Coming from a striking background, it's protect your head, your chin.
All right.
Keep your hands up.
Hands up, chin down.
Hands up, chin down. Yep.
All right, let me put it this way. You guys, I'm a military aviation geek, so this might be a bit of a left turn. Why is the F-22 one of the best airplanes ever made, or the
Because it can
F-14
go
at
fast
that
or
time?
slow.
Because it literally it fights unfair. That's the thing. If you find yourself in a fair fight, you already effed up. Every fight should be unfair in your favor, and to me, that's what guns are. And by the way, if you want a real symbol of equality, there it is. There's your AR-15.
Oh yeah,
That's what it is. So, even kids of a decent size can freaking wield it, let alone women.
Right.
So
right.
I'm pro women being equal. Like when it comes to that kind of thing, like that
Absolutely.
evens out a fight, especially
Okay,
when you know how to use it. I mean, so like, but yeah, I mean, anybody could talk about it, and a lot of people do. Frankly, it's not that it doesn't need to be talked about, it's not that it doesn't need to be defended, and it's not that it is under attack right now by people. Well, let's just say, you know what? They hate women. That's apparently what it is. They all hate women, and that's why they want, gun rights to be taken away from people. But that's something that's real easy to be talking about. So I'd rather talk about other things. That's just
there you go.
what I want to talk about.
You got Space Texan going off on on aviation stuff.
My squadron shirt is the YF-23. All right, okay, Rich knows his stuff here.
Yeah. Yeah, don't
Funny
do
enough,
Space
I think
Texan and Rich here. You're gonna get in with you. Oh my God, this is gonna be talking to aviation talk with John Crump.
And Dark nailed it. Can you highlight his comment? You find yourself in a fair fight. Your tactics and planning are poor. No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, fair fight is for video games, and even then, even that's gone.
Even
by
then,
the
I use
wayside.
up, down, down, left, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You always want the Konami code in your favor.
Oh yeah. So you do Instagram streaming.
I do Instagram streaming and this channel as well. This actually is on this one. It's more. It's also pretty regular. I've been at this. I think I'm at 150 something subscribers now. I forget.
I'm a sub.
Yeah,
you
the
should
first
throw it out
200
there.
are the hardest.
Throw it out there.
Hey, I appreciate it. Let me see, actually. Oh, 157. Cool.
Everyone should go. What is shiningandwinning.com? Or shining and I'll throw it out there. Let me just crap.
Oh, that's just, you know what? I need to change. I just left it up there. That was
no, you said this is on this channel.
No, that's
shining and winning.
That's just what I had. That's just what I had on the StreamYard at one point. I just left it sinning and winning.
Okay, so anyway,
no, that's not it. It's the goddamn bacon.
That's what I thought. I thought you were trying to reinvent yourself on a different channel or something. Okay, I'm more. All right, yeah, I'm gonna throw the link to your channel up and.
Hey, Space Texture, can you throw that in there?
I'm doing it right now
because I know Space. He follows the channel, so
no, I'm throwing it in there.
Have a URL.
Yeah, I'm throwing it in there so it will go because we broadcast to multiple places. We just don't do it. We go to like Twitch, Periscope, YouTube, Facebook.
Wow. Yeah, that's something I actually need to get on.
So I threw it in there so it would go to all of them.
All right.
So if you're out there, subscribe to the Bacon. His chats are all over the place.
Yeah, I talk about whatever. I mean, look. I mean, if you want kind of the background, like what I was talking, like what I would usually talk about, it's like, well, I mean, I start from a background of kind of philosophy, and what is philosophy? It's dealing with reality and, how to better humanity forward. And I'm not sure if I really care about bettering humanity anymore. Yeah, that's it. 158 now. Thank you.
Isn't Space
So I can
Texan
literally
a
talk
girl?
about anything. No, Space Texan is actually, he is a very straight male, but he's very comfortable with his sexuality. So he likes to F with people.
Maybe I'm a lefty and I'm both.
Jesus Christ.
Dark Mavis said his daughter just said bacon. Yep.
Oh,
and
boy.
DJ Play Nice just put your Instagram in there too.
Oh,
There-
thanks.
there
Appreciate
you
it.
go.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. I like your chats because every time you turn in, it could be anything really, which I think is kind of neat.
And that's the thing. You look, you know what? Yeah, I mean, okay, John, I mean, you do your thing. You're doing the good Dark Lord's work there. You know, I mean, I literally tuned in where you're like reading, you know, what was like
FYI
different
request.
lives and FYI requests. And you know what? You did it and you made it entertaining. And I had no problem listening to it. Okay.
Yeah, the Turkish shotgun
You have a
turkey game.
specific, you have a specific focus. And that's good. That's the thing, you know, Safety Doc will have his focus, you know, like he's talking about velocity of information and finite voltage as far as, you know, the human population goes with the unidentified illness of unknown origin that we finally are getting over, you know, since the past 2 freaking years.
My dad has it.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he's like really sick. So prayers for him, please.
For
He
sure.
they also discovered he has like stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and his cancer spread to his stomach, so it's not a good thing.
Oh, geez, yeah, okay, yeah. It's when it starts spreading. That's when it starts getting bad.
Yeah, so I don't know. So prayers for him. Just found out yesterday.
I'll plug a podcast because he has had people on that have they basically they're on the edges of the cancer thing that most mainstream doctors are not. Peak-human.com. That's Brian Sanders' channel. He's had people talk on cancer is more of a metabolic illness than it is a genetic one. As a short story, it also feeds off of glucose and I can't remember. There's some other protein. I can't remember what it's called. Basically, if you starve it of, you know, glucose, carbs, like that kind of stuff, it makes it really hard for the cancer to spread and grow and all that stuff. So, for what it's worth, I mean, you're probably still going to need the other treatments or whatever. You know, nuking it. I mean, that's going to come with its own problems.
They're not going to be able to do anything.
All right. I don't know. I figured I'd just throw it in there.
Yeah. Space Texan says I seem like an ex-CIA, and G23 says NSA.
NSA.
As in no such agency?
Yeah. NSA, DHS, State Department. There you go, if you want to know.
I was wondering when someone was going to bring the DEA in.
DHS? I mean, I worked at contractors at all of them. For all of them.
I think SpaceX is trying to make the chat lighter, a little bit lighter again. How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, sorry, guys.
God, I haven't watched football in a while, now that I think about it. Or much any TV, really.
Dude,
this TV thing you speak of.
And most of my entertainment comes off of stuff like this, you know, like I'm on a show or I'm doing a show or I'm modding a show or I'm just watching it.
There's a good show on Netflix called How to Be a Tyrant.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of it.
And it's actually, watch the Stalin episode.
My wife got me watching Man in the High Castle.
I read the books. I try to watch the show. I couldn't watch the show.
I never thought my wife was much of a sci-fi person, but because Man in the High Castle deals with
Parallel.
parallel universes and all that bit. So
Yeah, I mean, it changed. It just changed so much from the book and
Oh, yeah.
I love the book. So it's
yeah, if you
just,
know the book and see the movie or TV show,
Yeah.
it's never that good.
In New York
Oh,
City,
God.
for a Man in the High Castle, was it New York City where they tried to do where to do marketing for the Man in the High Castle? They made like the Nazis.
Oh, jeez. Nobody thought maybe we shouldn't do that.
Let me try to find it. I'll show you some pictures. And people were like, "What the hell?"
Was it worse than? Oh gosh, what was the Aqua Team Hunger Force in the promos they were doing in Boston?
Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Now that takes me back.
I love
Oh,
Aqua
man.
Teen. No, let me show you this. This is what they did in New York City, and someone thought this was a good idea. All right, and I have
Oh,
no
boy.
idea who approved it. Hold on. Just seeing Rich was at my. What the hell?
Looking at his waifus. I didn't know we had that in this community, but okay, that's good to know.
All right, Bacon. You've been smack in the middle of the riots. Can you tell us about your experience?
Oh yes. Okay.
Before
Okay.
we do this, I want to show Jeff the Man in the High Castle train seats.
Okay.
No. So this
City.
was like an MTA approved. Can you zoom in a little bit?
Yeah, let me give me 1 second here.
You got to click on it and then make it.
I can see there are images on this.
Wow.
Yeah. Open the image in separate tab. Let me go to the other tab because someone approved this.
Someone on the
at what they
MTA.
approve.
Oh yeah, because it's amazing the things that they disapprove. Anything conservative they disapprove.
Let me just zoom out here.
So it's got just the Balkan cross in the blue, right?
Yeah, but still.
All right.
Look at the picture.
Okay, so I mean, that's a Nazi uniform. I can't see. Do they have SS insignias? No, they don't. But they have the Balkan cross and the eagle.
Yeah, that looks familiar. Okay, that's
the Third Reich
the
eagle.
Yeah, the pink-haired bad decision girl that got away who lived in Germany for a while. I don't think she would have approved of this. Much like most people in Germany today probably would not have approved of this. Just saying.
Yeah, but dude, how could you screw that up?
You'd be surprised at what people screw up, man.
All right, now tell us about the riots.
Oh, so yeah, I work in Seattle. Like, I'm a delivery driver out there, so I'm literally almost all over the place out in that area. I was actually literally the day that all hell broke loose. I was driving in, and at the time, I was doing sort of the Instagram stuff that you've since run across. God, what was that? May or something? Sometime middle of May. And I'm driving them. For whatever reason, I'm noticing, but not really paying attention to the weird all kind of different police, cruisers going by, all little Ford Explorers, Washington State Patrol, King County Sheriffs, Des Moines Police Department for whatever freaking reason. And I'll go to this part of what's called Green Lake. Look it up. It's a little lake that's north of Lake Union. That's north of the water, out of Seattle proper. And I know that there's a bunch of stuff going on in Minneapolis, obviously, New York, LA, St. Louis, all these places. At the time, there's like a major rainstorm going on. And I'm like, okay, I don't think this is really going to happen too much here. This is how I can be very observative and still be colossally stupid. I'm like, there's not going to happen because it's raining too hard here. And I started looking it up just to make sure. And right when I start looking this up, I was like, okay, Portland is going to be under curfew 8 o'clock. And then right as I'm looking up Seattle, I was like, the alert comes through live on the show. I was like, the city of Seattle is now under curfew. We're like, well, oh, fucking gay.
It's like the Purge sirens.
Yeah,
like the Purge sirens going off in the background or something.
I managed to stay out of downtown. I think we still stayed a lot because we actually suspended operations for like 2 or 3 days, and literally it took me actually calling into to the support team and yelling. I was like, hey, last I checked, we're freaking contractors, and hey, do our jobs matter here? We kind of volunteer for this kind of thing. And finally, they opened us back up to start working there again. But yeah, we were actually closed down for a while. But yeah, like Seattle went under curfew, Tacoma went under curfew, Bellevue, Kent, Auburn. I remember Seattle, yeah, it was during a rainstorm and they burned down the Gap and a couple of other buildings downtown, which I found frankly impressive. It was like, y'all managed to burn down a major building during a rainstorm. It's like, you got to give them credit for that. There was a story of the woman that stole an entire cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory. They're off of the corner of 7th Ave and Pike in downtown. By the way,
imagine if we're getting arrested and going to jail? What you get arrested for? Stole a cheesecake.
Oh, let me make it even better because
theft of cheesecake.
Look, that actually is one of my vendors, and I asked them about this, and they informed me that the cheesecake she actually stole happened to be a display cheesecake. It was a fake one.
Nah.
So she didn't even get a real cheesecake. But yeah, there was that, and then afterwards in the Capitol Hill neighborhood, that would be the West Hollywood of Seattle, which is the gay neighborhood. Sorry, liberal. Okay, and here goes this stream.
You've already been demonetized, guarantee it.
What? What is this monetization thing you speak of?
You show my face anywhere, and we're already demonetized, so I guess we're already good. No, but yeah, they had that whole thing go down. Yeah, I was there the night that it happened. I still have pictures of it. If you go back on my Instagram, I took pictures, in and around it. I was there when they were spray painting the Black Lives Matter mural it was on Pine Street in between 10th and 12th Street. That's where the Seattle PD's East Precinct is. They had barricaded, they had basically abandoned that for like 2 weeks. And they had a bunch of streets in there blocked off. Yeah, and for a while they actually had occupied the freaking freeway. Now that I remember it, yeah, I still remember that. Yeah, I had to detour around that a few times. And by the way, I had a buddy, Nick Shoelander, who actually is look up nickshoelander.com. If he's still doing it, he does online marketing. He's a friend of mine, and his stepfather he works for Seattle PD, and from what he said, like one of their prime directives, their prime directive was keep the I-5 open at all costs. Now, if one wants to say, you had one job and that just went horribly awry, having the I-5, an international highway completely occupied, okay, you kind of F that up. SPD, if you're still listening, I still love you. You guys have been good to me. No problem with them whatsoever. There was that one woman who, I think, what was her name? Summer. I think she ended up getting hit, and there's still like a mural around here somewhere of her. There's that one chick that got hit on that freeway, and that finally got cleared out. I ended up getting into it with them because they had, like organized protests going up main streets. There was the one that I remember very clearly. I was going down, I had a run, it was at, what was it, Doughbox something, I can't remember. Pine Dough House, something like that. They're off of 9th and Pine Street. There's a major intersection called Pine and Bourne. Goes right over the I-5. I'm going down that street, and there's a major protest coming right up every single lane. And they have their little bike vanguards or whatever. And I'm kind of in mission mode here. So, like, I'm not really thinking about it. I go ahead and kind of, like, make a turn, I take the time to give them the finger while I'm at it. And I get around them, get to my destination, and I still had a minute to I'm thinking, I was like, you know what? F you, asshole. So I go on Twitter. This is when I had my second account, which I'm on my 5th account now. I go find their communications hashtags. Yes, they had communications hashtags. And I basically just go flat out. So I was like, hey, look, a-holes. The next time I run into you goddamn house, I am not I am not turning around. I am stopping, and I'm getting out of the goddamn car. And I'm going to see how many of you assholes I can just cut through before I actually get stopped. And that started a whole goddamn thing with, like, pretty much that entire group, like the entire Occupy protest group. Keep in mind, I had to pull runs in and out of there. I had to be there. I was on the
Antifa hit list. I went and
really?
I went down and visited them to find out why I was on the hit list. On their known fascist list, and they didn't want to talk to me. And maybe because I had like 3 people armed to the teeth with me with ARs and everything, but
that can raise a few eyeballs.
I was like, well, it's open carry states. I was like, hey guys, why am I on your list? When do you want to talk to me? And they're like,
yeah, funny how that works.
We don't know what you're talking about.
Freaking keyboard warriors.
Like what? You don't throw a milkshake at me? Yeah, come on, guys.
That's what they were, man. And I had no problem. Like I was taking pictures, like right next to. Okay, welcome to Free Capitol Hill. Like I'm taking picture of like there's that sign, and there's like my hand with the middle finger up, and was like, hey, here I am. And I park like.
You're talking about Chaz or Chop?
Yep.
No. That was wasn't that Portland?
No, that was Seattle. That was Capitol Hill.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Portland is still having riots and like basically illegal checkpoints.
Portland is just trash. Not the people there, just the situation there. It's just not a good situation with the Antifa. As the Portland's like their capital.
Well, finally, Portland is outdoing Seattle, at least something.
Yeah. Appalachian Gun Raider say, why hasn't Rich shot his AK in his pool yet? He's back in Florida. I think he's scared. And Swamp Dog Armory says, is Rich searching for his white privilege? He keeps on looking around. Space Texan has the Texas Autonomous Zone. Like the Flying Rich Autonomous Zone.
Well, there's the FRAZ, Flying Rich Autonomous Zone.
Yeah.
It's a Second Amendment sanctuary.
Yeah.
Yeah, the water isn't warm enough in the pool to shoot the AK. I've been checking on it. So when the water gets warm enough in the pool to shoot the AK underwater, I'll do it.
Just do it.
Dude, I'm gonna do it.
You're in Florida. I mean, isn't it always warm enough to shoot an AK in a pool? I'm just asking for a friend here.
Yeah,
okay. Let me go back and say, Rich, don't do it. I don't want to be sued by you when you do it and you blame it on me, or they charge me because I told you to do it. So I'm advising Rich not to do it. Not saying that he's not building a pipe bomb, but
oh no, the water's too cold.
Or a flash powder charge. Like a certain person that's in the chat here may or may not be guilty of doing live on stream.
Oh, the water's just too cold. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. I was like, don't do it, Dark, until you pay me back my money. Then go ahead and then you can do it.
Even Zach Carter is saying, don't
Was that
do
the
it.
stream? I didn't see the whole stream where Dark and Dark 2 were together.
Yeah, allegedly. By the way, everybody get that word in your dictionary. This allegedly happened.
G23 says, Flying Rich is scared. Turn on the heater in the pool.
I don't know why you want a heater for a pool in Florida, but okay. Isn't the thing about like the whole South? I don't know about Florida, but like the South, like you get into the water and it's like you're getting into a sauna. Basically, it's no help at all.
No, but wait. We hit the stop here. Rich, do not do it until my ghost gunner gets fixed and you get it shipped back to me. Then go ahead and shoot that egg.
Well, hold on. You want to see your ghost gunner?
No, don't show it to me. I'm gonna cry. Cry in pieces. I'm just gonna have you send it to Cody Wilson and have his team fix it. If you can't.
Oh, I'll get it. I've been busy with other things. Let's see.
That car says, "Don't do it, Rich. Don't do it." Air quotes.
Let's see. There it is.
That's that kind of way. Is like he's saying don't do it, but he's not gonna look away if you do.
Yeah.
And look, there's an airplane I haven't crashed. The helicopter I've crashed. But definitely have crashed that. But I didn't crash that yet.
Okay.
Oh,
all right,
I was
guys.
going to ask if you were actually qualified to fly a rotary wing.
Well, RC.
All right.
Which is actually harder than the real thing.
Yeah, I can believe it.
All right, Eugene. Oh, not Eugene. Who was that guy? From the movie where the guy was like, when they crashed in the desert and they had to build a plane, and the guy's like, I built planes.
Flight of the Phoenix, I think.
Yeah, Flight of the Phoenix. It's harder. It's harder for blah blah blah. Whatever. We're almost out of time, so
yes,
I'm going.
That was the
to
German.
Kick it over to Rich. Rich, give us your plugs.
Well, I mean, you got to go watch Smash Time tonight at 9 because 2A EDU is going to be on it.
And Dark,
and of course,
Light Dugan at 10:30.
DLD is going to have Swamp Dog. My buddy Swampy. Don't call him Swampy. He doesn't like that. Only call him Swamp Dog. And of course, it's flyingrich.com for all my social media. YouTube.com/flyingrich to see what I've been up to in the video world, which hopefully in the next week or so, I'll be shooting an AK in the pool, when it warms up. And, of course, Instagram, FlyingRich_official, because somebody else got Flying Rich.
All right, and Bacon. Go for it, man.
All right. Well, I was going to give a plug for Dark's thing. I was just going to rename it DLD after midnight because sometimes he just runs a little bit late, and he's a family man, so. No shade up his back, but you can find me on here the YouTubes until I get kicked off for the second time at just the goddamn bacon. Actual 3 words, the goddamn bacon. Instagram, so I didn't put it in there. It's just to handle the goddamn bacon. Twitter right now, I haven't had the time to change it up, so it's my 5th account. What is it? Who is this bacon one?
Who is this bacon one? Nice.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's it for me. You can visit me on Patreon at patreon.com/John Crump. Patreon.com/John Crump, or you can hit the join button below. Either way, it works for me. Go to Black Swan Tactical. Thank you, Tuss. Thank you guys so much, Bacon. I'm glad I finally got you on. I've been wanting to get you on for a while. I've been watching your live streams, and I think they're really, really good. And you are a very talented person that's going to go very, very far.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
And I honestly mean that. Thanks, guys.